Hey everybody, Michael here. Just want to say hello. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about thoughts. We've been talking a lot about feelings and awareness and all of these other great things, but today I want to focus on thoughts. First of all, thoughts are things. Um, Thoughts carry power. Um, what you think about, you will bring about. So, uh, whether or not feelings trigger thoughts or thoughts trigger feelings, um, I've seen evidence for uh, both ways uh, to occur. So it doesn't really matter. We get sometimes caught up in trying to understand how these systems of energy work. And everything is energy. So E equals mc squared. Real simple, folks. Um, everything is just a different form of energy, and matter um, is just something that is in a specific state of being. So um, everything changes, everything modulates, nothing ever dies. Okay, so with that in mind, let's go back to the topic at hand, which is thoughts. So um, when we uh, when we talk about wanting something, let's say abundance, we want wealth, or we want for our families to not go hungry or whatever. So um, we start with a thought form. We start with something that we want. So let's just talk about food. Most of us um, understand that um, we should be grateful for things like food. But if we're in a society where something like that comes easy, then we have a tendency to forget. So we always start with appreciation. And if you are eating today, and there's a good chance you will be grateful for what you're eating. Some people say a prayer before they eat. Um, some people bless the food. Uh, whatever you need to do to just draw your attention, your focus onto that um, that nourishment that's going to help you exist uh, for at least one more day, if not more, because we can go quite a few days without food, up to 3 to 4 weeks, apparently. Um, you can only go 5 days without water. So, um, whether it be food or water, we always want to be grateful. So, um, when uh, when we have a lack of abundance of something such as food, um, we tend to we tend to pray for food, which is perfectly fine. Uh, the trick, though, is to have no doubt, have nothing but faith that God will provide for you. Now, uh, does God answer every prayer? Yes, but not in the way that you might think. So, if you pray for food verbally, because spoken word carries power, if you pray for food, um, but then later talk to your friends or your family, and you just say, "Oh, you know, it's been it's been 12 hours since we've eaten. Um, I prayed this morning. I doesn't look like God is going to answer the prayer." Any form of doubt, any of those thought forms, um, are going to basically give you exactly what you're thinking about. You're going to prolong uh, that that answer, uh, that thing that you prayed for. Simple. So the law of attraction comes into play, and your law, the power of manifestation is real. So catch yourself when you doubt, and that goes for anything. Don't let that doubt grow into thoughts of worrying and then fear. So you will just simply draw more of that energy. So let's go back to how powerful the thought form is. So create your reality. See what it is that you want. Hold that image in your mind, and let's keep it simple. Let's talk about food, if that is a problem. Remember, you can go several days without food. So if you go hungry, to remain grateful that you're still alive, that's tough. That's not easy. So, and this goes for anything, anything that anything you wish to have in your life. What you're actually wanting is the feeling that you expect will happen if you receive that. So lots of times our wishes do come true, and if we assume, however, that a thing is going to be painful, we're doubting the process. So everything that comes from the source is a message. Every experience, and it doesn't matter what form of energy it comes through. It could be spoken word, it could be birds flying past, it could be the blue sky, it could be the birds singing or the wind chime in the background. Everything is a message, and all we need to do is listen. So what we really want deep down is to feel loved, is to feel that connection with God. And we sometimes mistake certain experiences for something other than the lesson that they're providing. So if we experience pleasure and we end up chasing that feeling of bliss, we're expecting that same feeling to happen. And the problem is, especially with drugs, is that initial high, you never get that initial high back. You're chasing a phantom. You're chasing something that just can't happen. The way that our brains work, the way that pleasure sensors operate, everything, the first time you experience it is like, it's mind-blowing. So we're better served to seek truth and get to know ourselves better. And then going back to the topic of thoughts is, if we become aware that we have the ability to choose our thoughts, we will grow. So that doesn't mean that we should feel shame for certain thoughts that pop into our head. That happens. We've all had thoughts that, oh my gosh, I can't believe I thought that. If you don't want that thought, move on. Now, if you can't move on, that means that there's something there that you're not accepting. There's usually a certain level of truth about yourself that you haven't accepted, that you're ready for. And you know you're ready because that thought creates enough pain to where you end up having no choice but to address that issue. So um, don't be so hard on yourself. Just realize that thoughts are powerful. Uh, if you choose to hold on to a thought form that is causing you pain or making you angry or frustrated, um, and you don't address the issue, you don't ask yourself why you're feeling that way, um, you can um, you can do one of two things. You can ignore it, but you're really only stuffing those feelings down. They're going to resurface and you're going to explode and you're going to destroy something. Um, if you address it and acknowledge that there's a judgment that you're holding um, about yourself, there's a blockage, um, figure out what that is, and then you'll find that that thought form will fade. So um, always come from a position of love. What are your intentions? If your intention is to, no matter what it is, feel loved, feel God's presence, um, just start there. Start with that. Start with that thought form. Let that feeling of appreciation and gratitude move you forward. So that's what I got for you guys today. Check out my YouTube channel, Everard Music. My Instagram is @EverardMusic, and I'm working on my website, michaeleverard.com. Should be up soon, and I'll let you guys know. Feel free to ask questions. My email is everardmusic@gmail.com, and have a peaceful day. All right, guys. Bye.